Hi guys, David Dacosta, three-star director here, bringing you a quick update call. I'm going to try and be very, very quick, hopefully get this out in 10 minutes. Very, very, very exciting times. As we all know, a lot is going on in PlanNet marketing and a lot is going on in teletravel. Now, two parent companies that give us this phenomenal opportunity to own a travel business, an international travel business. So this is a quick update call, which I did a few days ago, which I'm just doing again for some people who may have missed it. Just talking about what's going on. So going to get started straight away. First thing we're going to be talking about is in teletravel. So, of course, many of us was at the Dreammaker event last Saturday, had a great training, learning more about our travel product and the travel industry. But myself and the other directors were able to have a 5-hour meeting with James, Tara, and the rest of the IntelliTravel staff, such as Maru Anaz, who's head of UK support. We had a really, really productive call. So much, great information, great ideas shared. We basically poured out all the information in terms of, what the missing pieces of the puzzle are to help us, have the best travel business, before or after ABTA, during, with ABTA, etc. One of the main missing pieces is the ABTA license, which is in its final stages now. But what can we do before that? What can we do during that? And what can we do after that? So we had a great call. Some of the things that came to light, that we're going to be working on, I'm going to share with you right now. First one is this. James always talks about a company that not only listens but hears. It's very important that we are in a place that we understand that the company we have behind us within teletravel is a $1 billion company, is a £1 billion company, a 26-year-old company with literally no flaws. It's been going for a very long time and doing very well, and it's renowned around the world, one of the best companies in its field. But as big as they are, they don't get arrogant and they listen. And they've heard, our moans, our complaints, our suggestions. And, many of us loved this picture that we used to have in our old presentations. Some of you may remember this picture, some of you may not. But, this picture is talking about, what I'm going to share with you next, which is, if I can find it, there we go, which is this. So Priority Pass, just starting off with some really good news. We all love and know the Priority Pass. It's been able to help many of us stay in airport lounges all over the world and have a great time. And of course, some of us have a Priority Pass through our old product, just a travel club, which, some of us still have it ongoing, but some are soon going to expire. But, it's coming back to the ITA program, the Society of Intelligent Travelers. We used to have the Priority Pass, but it's coming back to the ITA program, which of course, is very exciting news. But not just the Priority Pass, but also the medical evacuation. So, which is another great feature that we had in the Society. That is also coming back. Last but not least, something else is coming back, which I know all of us used and loved. Taste Card Plus. Again, you can see some of the restaurants that we have here in the UK, Prezzo, Ask Italia. These are all the restaurants that are responsible for me being 13 stone. They're to blame, especially Pizza Express. We've had so many team meetings at Pizza Express. When I was a 2-star director, I was about 11 stone, but now at 3-star, I'm 13 stone. It's really down to Taste Card Plus. It's been great, being able to save literally nearly £400. The last time I logged into my app, it was nearly £400 I've saved since it came, which was only in the space of about 6 months, which was amazing. And that's another perk that's going alongside being a professional in the travel industry. Of course, food is not so much, part of the travel industry as a travel agent, but at least the Priority Pass is something we can say, well, because we are insiders, we get the insider perks. Now, this is not going to be for free. Of course, it's very, very expensive. IntelliTravel paid a lot of money to get this contract going. If you go to Taste Card, you know how much it costs, roughly £10. Sometimes I think £10 a month. If you go to Priority Pass, go to the website, prioritypass.com. To get the basic package, £89, which is which is kind of pricey. But we're going to have all three of these benefits: Taste Card, Priority Pass, and the medical evacuation for just £10 a month, which is phenomenal. That works out to, roughly £120 for the whole year. And it's optional. You don't have to get it, but, many of us loved it and want to keep using it. So we're going to be able to have access to that for £10 a month. If you do not go through us and you want to do this yourself, you are looking at £300 to £400 a year. That is what these three benefits are worth. Taste Card, Priority Pass, and the medical evacuation works out to about £300 to £400 for the whole year. So we are saving a lot of money, and we're going to, use this as it's another incentive for people who are looking for extra value, added value, people who may be, saving lots of money, even though they haven't booked anything. And just to say, for the people who are still on the Society of Intelligent Travelers, the Travel Club, when this comes into place, which is going to be at some point in November, so very soon, they will be able to switch from the Society of Intelligent Travelers to the ITA travel agency for free. So that's something to tell your business partners who are still Travel Club members, because now we understand, it's only fair that back in the days the society did have a bit more value. It had more fins, and the travel agency wasn't, fully complete. It's not complete now, but it's getting much better. But right now, the travel agency is so much more better than the travel club, and it's growing and getting better. And especially when we now have Taste Card, Priority Pass, and the medical evacuation, pretty much all the best features of the travel club are now in the ITA program. So it's a no-brainer, because the ITA program is also a money-making opportunity. You can't make money with the travel club. Somebody books on your site, you book for somebody, there's no money made. But with the travel agency, of course, we are earning a very good commission, a very high commission, even on our flights. Africa, Asia, the Middle East especially, and many other exotic places around the world, with the C&H consolidator, to be earning 10% is absolutely huge. Activities sponsored by Viator, which is a company I use to do the floating market in Thailand. I use it to take a swamp tour in New Orleans with alligators and crocodiles all around me. I use it to jump off the Stratosphere Tower, the tallest building in Las Vegas. So Viator, if you've seen me and my good friend Ola traveling around the world, from Cuba to so many places, we use all of our activities in the past on Viator. And I'm so happy now I can book those same activities on my personal website and earn 13% commission. So, and we are just getting started. The ITA program, just so you're fully aware, is less than 4 months old. Remember, yes, we've been in the business for nearly 2 years, but we had a travel club. They weren't really doing anything on the travel agency until we switched over. Then they started quickly working on it. So it's not even 4 months old, and already, we're so far ahead. We've got preferred partners from Keone to Thomas Cook to Carnival, who can't wait to start working with us in a full contract. And that's just the beginning. There's going to be so many other companies jealous of that who are going to be jumping on our back saying, we want to work with you too. It's such an exciting place to be. And every day, every week, with every email, fins are getting better and better and better. Not overnight, but don't you enjoy getting those emails to see the new things coming into place? I certainly do. I certainly like the fact that, in 1 year's time, when there's millions of people looking at this, I can say what I saw it build bit by bit. I'd rather that than come and get started next year when it's all perfect and I miss the progress. Now, I know more about the company than anybody because I watched it build from the ground up. Very, very exciting. So, moving on now. So this picture, makes somebody smile. And it makes me smile very much more because I know what it's about. Now, there's one word we love in the travel industry, and that is, of course, fam trips. And we all love a fam trip, to be able to travel and go somewhere for a price which is literally laughable, a ridiculous price, but being able to enjoy luxury, not just cheap but quality as well. And this right here is the Carnival Ecstasy. It may not be this ship, but our first UK fam trip sailing out from the UK or Europe is going to be on it's going to be on a Carnival cruise ship. We're going to have a family cruise where we can invite your friends, your partners, children. Of course, well, business partners, even your children can come along. People who are travel agents with the ITA are going to be invited to come on our first fam trip. And as you can imagine, it's going to be amazing. Some of you on this webinar right now were on our first ever team trip, which was I would call it a one-star cruise. It wasn't even a cruise ship, it was a ferry. So if you were to compare it to one of these cruise ships, literally, maybe not even 1 star, maybe 0.7 star. It was not luxurious at all. But if anybody remembers it, it was one of the most amazing trips of our lives. Me personally, I've been all over the world, some exotic locations such as Cuba, Thailand, all over the world. But that trip just to Amsterdam on a ferry was one of my best because of the people we were with. It's all about the people, the family we've got. But now we're going to switch it up with even more people, with even better people, but an even better ship as well. We're going to be on a Carnival cruise for our first fam trip, and that's hopefully going to be when the sun comes out, early next year, maybe March, April, May. But so look out for that. It's going to be something very, very exciting. Now, a gold retreat. What does that mean? Now we're looking at PlanNet Marketing. As you can see, the title at the top is Legacy. This is a legacy company, ladies and gentlemen. What Donald Bradley has done so far is phenomenal. We've already created legacy. We've got a company that is being built to outlive the people who run it. God forbid, if anything happened to Donald Bradley, James Farr, Andy Coulthon, this company can keep going on and on and on because it's being built not to last 5 more years, 10 more years, but to last the next 50 to hundreds and hundreds of years for the people's families and families and families who are involved with PlanNet Marketing. It's been built to be super compliant. We have Kevin Thompson, who's one of the best network marketing attorneys in the world, who's in charge of our compliance and our legalities. One of the reasons that you can know this company is flawless because nobody could ever say this company is a pyramid. Based on how we get paid, what we get paid for, and what we sell. Those are the things that get people in trouble. Especially also compensation plans. Been so complex that people don't even know what they're earning. Our compensation plan, I've got a video on YouTube, is explained in 7 seconds by Mr. Bradley. 7 seconds. Now that's very simple. Make a sale, £40. Somebody I make a sell to makes a sell, £20. £3 per person on the matrix, director bonus, 10% match of people's monthly income, 10% travel commissions, done. Probably missed 1 or 2, but it's that simple. It's been built so you can hit it, you get it, you don't, you won't. Very simple. Again, legalities. We sell more ITAs than we do rep accounts. We have a lot more products being sold than the network marketing opportunity, which means we are selling a lot of products. And it's not just about, recruiting people to build a business. It's about selling the product. It's about, it's a very, very good match between how many business partners we have for the marketing side and customers. So we're selling to people outside as well, not just recycling the ITAs inside the people involved in PlanNet Marketing, but selling it to strangers and customers outside, which is great. And then we get paid 2 separate ways, one for, booking travel and one for selling a travel agency. So we don't mix the 2 companies, 2 separate companies. So no one can say, it's a bit dodgy the way things are set up. We are being built to live for hundreds and hundreds of years. The leadership, the training, the systems, the app, the website, everything is pretty much flawless. So strong, so powerful, so solid. But the timing, and that's the key thing. This company is as good as any other network marketing company in the world, but all the other network marketing companies in the world have been going for too many years. And the new ones that pop out today and tomorrow, they're not worth joining. Their product and their timing is not great. So our product is flawless. Our compensation plan can't be matched, and the legacy aspect of this company is already in place. So now it's just a case for you to be some of the first people to take hold of this. So we're going to have a gold retreat. Let's moving on to this slide, which means, we are going to take people from PlanNet Marketing who are gold and above, at some point early next year, again, when the sun comes out, to a trip which is designed to make other people jealous. We're giving you more than enough time to try and achieve this rank. It's going to be a phenomenal trip. And as you can see, when we do travel together as a group, people remember it for years and years and years. This is one example of one of our trips, Mallorca, Spain. Mallorca is not the most exotic location in the world. It doesn't, give you goosebumps when you think of Mallorca. It's just Spain. But again, after being all over the world, I would honestly, hands down, say one of my best top 5 trips of my life was Mallorca, Spain, just because of the people we was with. It's the people that make it special, and we have some amazing people in PlanNet Marketing. So the gold and above retreat is going to be in a location which is designed to make others jealous. So if you want to be here and you are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 people active, you want to be getting hold of your upline, your direct upline. Anything you need, they are there to help you. If you want to reach out to myself personally, I've given you guys my diary in some of the messages I've spammed into the groups. And I really mean it. I put my number on there for a reason so people can get in touch with me for help. If I didn't really care, I definitely wouldn't put my number there, because I'm going to get lots of calls, which is going to take up my personal time. But it's all about building stories. I can't brag about my income anymore. I can't brag about my ring and my beautiful face. I've got to have stories of other people who are succeeding. This is not David's business. This is not about David's income. I don't want you guys to keep edifying me and clapping for me on stage. I want you guys to be able to clap for yourself, clap for your teams. That's what it's about. My success is your success. Your success is my success. It's a family business. If there's only 1 or 2 people making money, that's why people start saying, oh, this is not going to work for me. But we know that's not the case. We've got so many people in our team, from even the Caribbean to the USA to the UK, who are making money for their families. And some people I know, which I spoke about on my event yesterday, are making just £50 a month from this business. And they're still quite new. But that £50 a month keeps the heating on at their home more than before. Where before they literally had to turn off the heating to save money, and of course now we're getting to the colder part of the year. The extra £50 coming every month, gradually growing, keeps their heating on much longer, which is a big deal. That's a big deal. This business is helping that family, and we know that's going to grow. So there's so many stories that we want to talk about that, a result of this business being phenomenal. So this is going on again with PlanNet. Exciting stuff. We've got the new rank up promotion flyers sent to us by corporate. So for bronze, silver builders, gold builders, of course, our directors in training. So again, if you are 1 away from a rank, you want to not, have someone going active and then you drop down 2 and you get demotivated. Grab hold of your director uplines or your upline, and let's do this together. Let's work together. That's the key. If you're thinking to yourself right now, how can I hit bronze? How can I do this vehicle? How can I rank up? How can I, make some more money? How can I succeed? How can I book this trip? One of the things that you may be doing wrong there is using the word I. Now, there's somebody in your upline, which leads up to myself, who definitely knows the answers to all of those things you want to do, who definitely can help you to do those things better, because he or she may have done it a lot more and been successful with it. So if you replace that word I with we, you can succeed. Because you all know there's nobody in this world who can tell me this business is a silly business and it's not going to work. I'm earning a bit too much money, and I've had a bit too many suntans for someone to tell me this is not going to work. So you yourself may not have experienced success. So when somebody knocks you or knocks your business, it may hurt, but I dare them to say that if I'm on the phone. I dare them to say it if your director upline, John, Toby, Andre Sinclair, Taron, Errol Vilma, if they're on the line. There's no way somebody can knock your business if you've got the backup of your direct uplines. So let's work together, guys. The reason why we're called directors, we want to direct our teams to success. We're here to help, and that is the goal. So moving forward, we want to check out how far we've come. Many of you have probably seen this flyer. Right now, we just came off a call with the Chairman's Council and all the directors in the whole company around the world. The number today is 19,700 active agents worldwide. We are about 300 people away from our goal, which is phenomenal. We are getting very close, and we know we can achieve that. We have over 300 credit holds just in my team alone. Never mind Shedrick and Jones, Orlando Moore, Eileen Ross. There's so many more people who are credit hold around the country, around the world. The directors called a play. One of the things we're going to be doing is for each person who can hear the passion in my voice, what can you do to get 3 people in your organization active? Firstly, it's going to increase your income. It's going to give them back an opportunity to earn, because the people who are on credit hold, who gradually quit, we just don't know what's going to happen to them. They may find another opportunity, but it may not be as good as this. It definitely won't be, because you won't find a legacy company overnight where you get the chance to be one of the first. A company who's got the money, a company who cares, and a company that has travel. It's very unlikely you're going to even find something a quarter as good as this. So, but we are going to go on to be successful. We are going to go on to make, thousands, and in the next 5 years, some of us are going to make millions, right? So we've got a responsibility to let people know what we've done in such a short space of time. In less than 2 years, about nearly 20,000 agents in over 20 countries. IntelliTravel sold over $200 million in travel, and we haven't even started really booking in pounds. We haven't even started booking all of those big international flights that we're going to be booking here in the UK. We're just taking off here. State-of-the-art technology. We've got phenomenal apps with upgrades and the website. We have 14 six-figure income earners, including myself, which I'm proud to say is because of this phenomenal team, which is on the call right now. 140 directors and growing. Imagine what we could do with you. You see, 300 people is what we're missing to achieve our goal, which is Donald Bradley's vision. But don't think you're too small to have an impact on that number. You see, if we make the goal, it's very likely we're going to make it by, 10, 20 people. It may be, 20,010 people. It may be 20,005. It may be 19,999 by midnight tomorrow. And had you thought you were big enough to make an impact, your one sign-up, your one activation could have been a decider. And Donald is a numbers person. He's going to know down to the T who the person is responsible for bringing in the 20,000th person into PlanNet Marketing. So let's work together, guys. I mean, some of you may have known Donald a lot longer than not as long as me, but over the last 3 years, Donald has helped me change my life drastically. And some of you on his webinar right now, your life has also been changed drastically because of Donald Bradley. Many of you don't know that how much he invested into our convention here in London. That convention, the quality of the hotel, the food, everything, the stage, it was good enough for any company in this country. Most other companies who would have done a convention at the Grosvenor House, spending multiple thousands, those companies, have 10 to 20 to 50,000 people. We had about, less than 300 people in the room. But Donald still spent, the 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people worth of money on just 300. They took a big loss. It was very expensive for them. He flies over to the UK, leaving his family, his wife and children, and, even on Valentine's Day, flying over to the UK to spend, thousands of pounds on hotel venues so we could do events, training, regionals, whether it's Portugal or whether it's a yacht party he's planning. He puts himself, his family, his income on the line to look after us, to make sure that we're not left out. Many companies, if you're the outside market in the UK and the main people and the main teams are in the USA, you can feel neglected. But Donald always says, whatever we do in the USA, we're going to do in the UK. And he's a man of his word. There's nothing that they've done in the States which we're not getting over here. Women in black, again, that's something they've done in the States. Women in black, men in black. And now, very soon, we're going to have our first woman in black here in the United Kingdom on the 11th of November. Ladies on the call, I have so much respect for the people that, didn't think about it and just put it down in their diaries. Please do not make a mistake by missing that event. Hear me when I say this. I genuinely don't care what you've got going on that day, because the ability to learn from $250,000 annual earners female, if you're a female too, on the same business that you're both in. You see, Les Brown could come over, or a top female network marketer could come over and train you, but they do a different business. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for women in black, because there's some things that I can't tell you. As a woman, I'm a man. There's some things I can't tell you, I shouldn't tell you, and I just can't relate to. And you only get this opportunity once, maybe once a year, for these ladies to come over to pour into you. Do not miss that for any event that is not going to change your life. So that's that. And again, guys, understand, if you're a rep, if you're a bronze, a silver, or gold, or a director in training, you getting 3 people active makes a difference. Because if you didn't, and other people thought the same as you, thinking, well, I think Shedrick will do it. Shedrick can bring in the rest of the people. I'm too small to make a difference. See, if you think like that and other people think like that, then now we've got 700 people thinking like that. Now we've got thousands of people thinking like that. Now we don't hit our goal. Everybody plays a part. I'm activating people myself. I'm helping people to get started again. I'm looking for new potential people that said they were going to start, and seeing can they get started any sooner. So, the activation period, it's been waived, where you don't have to pay all the other fees that you owe, just the £32 to get started again on the ITA program. So right now is the time to be going into your team. Call my phone right now over the next, it's about 24 hours now, over the next 24 hours. Look, David, I've got somebody on credit hold. I think they'll want to get back involved. Can we get on a call with them to try and, help them understand what they may be walking away from, help them understand the vision of where we want to go. If you want to do it yourself, fair enough. But if you want support, if you need some ideas of what to say, what to do, get in touch with your direct upline, your upline, or myself, so we can help you. And with that being said, guys, again, we're going to be welcoming a lot of people back. We've got a flyer for the people who do, come back. We want to, make sure that they are looked after. Why did you quit in the first place? Why did you leave in the first place? What could we have done to help you? How can we support you? We're not in a sales business. We're in a people business. We're here to help people succeed. I personally know if somebody's making even £10 a month profit from PlanNet Marketing, they are not quitting or going anywhere. If you're making £50, £100 a month, you're at least happy. You're making £1,000 a month, you're locked in. Our goal is to help people make some money, because nobody quits whose account is in profit. Everybody who's quit makes a good excuse. Oh, because Abta's not here. Oh, because I couldn't book this flight. Well, let me tell you something. I know I'm going to become a millionaire from this business. You're going to read about David Dacosta in the Metro newspaper, building schools, building charities, building homeless shelters for people by, 2022. You're going to read about me, and you're going to read about the person that you was in the same business with. You just happened to quit a bit too early, because you see, after you quit because you couldn't book a cheaper flight, and Abta comes and all the other things open up and it's all perfect. Now it's too late. You missed it, and you might be too arrogant to come back and say you made a mistake. And we don't want to let people walk away from something that is life-changing. So that leads me on to my final point. As we come to our the end of our run, you can hear I've got a nice cold from being out in the cold, up and down the country. Beginning of the week, going from London to Manchester, and then from Manchester to Stoke-on-Trent, from Stoke-on-Trent to Birmingham back to London, and doing all of our events here Thursday, Friday, West and South East London. I'm on a mission. I'm not ill. I just sound a bit funny because I have a cold. I can't even think about the cold right now because I'm so focused. Donald has changed my life 5 times over. He's helped me build $2 million teams. He's helped me help so many families. He's helped me make a ridiculous income that I couldn't even dream. He's helped me earn in a month what I would normally earn in a year, and so many other people that I can talk about. People like myself and Andre Sinclair, who used to work in a hotel for ridiculous amounts of money, £6 to £7 an hour after tax. Slaving over other people, and now, being in a position to buy houses and travel around the world, look after our families, and live the life of our dreams. Donald has put himself, his family, his income on the line to sacrifice. What are you going to do for him? He called a play, 20,000 active people in PlanNet Marketing before the 26th of October, which is our 2-year anniversary. What are you going to do to call a play? And please understand, he's going to know what you've done. He looks at the numbers and he sees from now till tomorrow how many people got one. That one activation, one new sign up. He's going to know. He's a numbers person. He knows what my income is more than I know. I look into my bank account and he knows what I'm going to earn before I earn it. He knows when I've made a sign up. He knows when someone in my team's made a sign up, from the 2 stars to 3 stars down to the newest rep. He's a numbers person. Let him see that you are also fighting this fight for him, with him, and let's do this together. So, ladies and gentlemen, just as I finish this call, I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on. Now is the time to get back to your teams. Go into your teams, see who needs help, who needs support, who is on credit hold that we can get active, who have you got on the fence waiting to get started. Tonight is the night, guys. 24 hours. Let's get it done. Don't do it alone. Reach out to myself, to somebody in your team, your upline, so we can together work on achieving this goal. It's a legacy company, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand, we are one of the biggest forces of home-based travel agents in Europe, and we are not slowing down. Thomas Cook have nearly 4,000 agents, but they've been going for nearly 200 years. Nearly 200 years for nearly 4,000 agents. We have, in nearly 2 years, nearly 2,000 agents. We nearly have half of what Thomas Cook have, and in the UK and Europe, and we've been going for literally 2% of the time. We are going to become bigger, or we're going to become stronger, because it's not about who's got a bigger name. Yes, Thomas Cook is a bigger household name than IntelliTravel, but you see, when we get to 5,000 agents, 6,000 agents, and only half of us make a booking, we make more millions. And it's all about the money. And we are in a place of wealth and equity. Do not walk away from an opportunity to be one of the first people in the biggest travel company in the country at the right time. Do not walk away from that because your flight you were trying to book was not £10 cheaper than what you found on Expedia. That is a crime, ladies and gentlemen. Some people are, even after this webinar, some people on this webinar are going to still walk away. Do not feel sad for yourself when your numbers drop down because somebody walked away. Feel sad and sorry for that person. You see, I've already got examples of people walking away. I have people that walked away who are at the top of my matrix. When we had the travel club was not perfect. It was not good enough. It had issues, it had flaws, it had problems. The travel club was not the best finished article. And people at the top of my matrix sitting on today what would be over 1,300 people, which would mean they are in a position to just hit Gold Builder and just walk out of their jobs for life residually because of the work that we've done collectively. They have now quit. They quit a long time ago because the travel club had problems. Now they have problems. Christmas is coming up and I'm speaking to some of them who do not have the money for heating and they're asking me for money. They walked away from the matrix day one because of the issues we had. But IntelliTravel, being a company of its word, a company that has the money and the vision, have now fixed those problems, but they are still not here. They're still at their jobs. They're still in rush hour traffic. They're still waiting for that train delayed, calling their boss, making excuses as to why they're late for work, making excuses for their family as to why they can't buy this and, and do this and do that. We also have those issues. We also have those problems financially, but we're doing something about it. Why do we have jobs which don't give us all we need, which are not perfect for us, but we don't walk away from our jobs, but we walk away from our own business that has our second name attached to it? Be smart. Be smart. I always talk the story about, the hurricanes come in. If you needed £10,000 to move some loved ones from the Caribbean or from Florida to somewhere safe because hurricanes are coming, you needed £10,000 because the flights are going to jump from $300 to $3,000. True story. Do you have £10,000 lying around? One lady asked her boss. The boss said no. She helped him make millions over the last 20 years as she worked as a teacher. Well, she also had another $15,000 sitting in her account from this business. And she told her team, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to book those flights for my family and save their life from the hurricanes which are coming in 48 hours. Because she didn't have a job where she needed to ask her boss for the $10,000. When he said no, she said, I've got a business too. My PlanNet marketing business has got $15,000 sitting there. What are we building for us, ladies and gentlemen? The have and the have-nots. It's going to decide whether you live in a fire hazard big building, which you want to move yourself out of, you move your loved ones out of, whether you can or can't, escape a natural disaster such as a hurricane. And this is the real world we live in today, because I had a loved one right in the path of the hurricane as well, which I was able to help financially. They moved themselves, but I was able to help them with food, drinks, and water while they were staying in the hostel, based on the money I had for my business. This is serious business, guys. If you walk away from this business because of a few issues with our travel side, which is getting fixed and growing and getting better, we will not cry for you. We will feel bad for you. And we will let you see our success when we come out the other side, because being a pioneer, being involved in something which is a legacy, is not supposed to be easy. If you want an easy company, go and join one of the other companies that have been going for 50 to 100 years. But please understand, you will never, ever, ever, ever be on the top 1,000 income earners. But here we've got people on this webinar who are in the top 50 income earners because we're involved in something at the beginning. So thank you so much, guys. This is not a call to hype, to excite you. This is a call to give you some honest truths. I have a responsibility because I know I'm going to be a millionaire, and I would hate to see you, walking around Southeast London or anywhere in London one day when you see me drive past in a Lamborghini and you are at the job center because you just lost your job and you don't have a backup plan. And you was involved with us, and we didn't do what we could do to not sell gas or hype you to stay and to work hard, but to just give you the honest truth that you may never see an opportunity like this for your household again. There will be millionaires made in this company. There's none yet. That's the company you want to join. A company where there's no millionaires yet. Shedwick White this December will become the first millionaire in PlanNet Marketing. I will become the first millionaire in Europe, and I want you guys to follow right behind me for your families. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go out there, get connected with your uplines. Let's do what we need to do. And, let's make this a 2-year story we can be proud of. See you soon.